Everybody, welcome to Love Above All with Brandis, and today I want to go ahead and share with you a little bit of information about where to start when it comes to journaling. Everybody, if you are new to my channel, I want to go ahead and encourage you to subscribe if you're interested in journaling, in inspiration, encouragement, little parts of my life and little parts of my home. And I also encourage you to go ahead to my Instagram at MrsLoveAboveAll. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope that today's video will benefit you. I want to go ahead and share about 4 things with you concerning journaling. First thing I want to talk about is a little bit of my background as to why I started journaling. Second thing is why I believe it is so beneficial for you and anyone else to use it. I also want to do a little guided journal prompt just to start out and kind of get our feet wet. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and send you away with an action step for today with kind of in connection to our journaling prompt. So let's go ahead and get started. So I just want to share a little bit with you as to why I even started journaling. So I am 36 years old right now. I started journaling when I was about 16 years old. I had a really good friend that I worked with, and I noticed that she would have this book, and she kind of already was starting to do like vision maps and things like that in this booklet, and I just thought it was so cool. And we were both kind of, at that special age where we're trying to look forward into our future and what are we going to be doing. And I was just very, very inspired by her. So I went ahead and I purchased my own journal, took it home. I remember just kind of putting on some light music, and I just kind of started writing, dabbling around. What did I do today? Things of that nature. But something very magical happened at that point. I really did start to feel a very, very deep connection to myself as I started writing, something that I don't feel I really extremely felt before. And I started writing and started becoming a lot more conscious and aware of the fact that I wanted to go to college. Now, I came from a family where my mom and dad did not go to college, so it wasn't really spoken to me saying, oh, you have to go to college. It just wasn't really in their, periphery. I was the oldest of 4 children, and so I kind of had to make my own way. They were more kind of skeptical. They didn't know. We didn't come from a lot of money. They weren't sure how much it was going to cost. So it was really me having to kind of propel myself in that direction if I wanted to go to school. And also the high school that I went to, it was kind of like a lot of kids went to community colleges, and that could have been your best route, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I just started knowing in my heart after writing that this was the direction that I was supposed to go. So I felt this very strong connection between me and God. I felt God guiding me along this path, and I feel like I would not have figured that out unless I really sat down, got quiet, took out that piece of paper, and started writing. That was the start of journaling, and it has not stopped since that time. Next thing I want to talk about is why I believe it's such an important tool, and I think it's so beneficial for everyone to go ahead and use this thing called a journal. I want to first start out by saying there's absolutely no right or wrong way to journal. Every single way is right, but I do believe that where I'm going to be coming from is a place of more heart-centered journaling, where you get really deep, where I believe you're connecting to spirit, soul, God, whatever it may be. You're coming from a deeper place, and this place is going to kind of be helping and guiding you through your writing. I want to kind of talk about one thing. I did the Climb series, which was a guided journaling series. For anyone that is not familiar with that, I'll go ahead, I think, and put a card right up there. I talked about, I think in the first video, that there was a study done at a university, and I think it was about 40%, there's a 40% greater ability to achieve your goals if you wrote things down. And so I want to keep that in mind, and I'm sure there's a lot of other data supporting how writing things down and journaling is so very important. But I want us to think about this for a second. I just believe that especially now, we rush through life constantly. I think we are in our heads the majority of the time. It's very hard to go ahead and get connected to our heart, to our deeper self, to where I think the magic and the gold is, which is right in there. So if we don't stop to ask ourselves important questions, I believe that a lot of times our emotions might take over, life might pass us by, and all of our emotions and craziness is going to be in control. And I think, you know, the Spirit or God is not going to be the one that's directing the ship, so to speak. So I want you to think of this journaling time, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a series and maybe do this every other week or so. I want you to think of this journaling time as a gift that you're giving to yourself, a gift to slow down. 5 to 10 minutes to just slow down in your day, connect with yourself, kind of figure out what's going on in your body, what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your heart, what God might be telling you to do, things of that nature. You to think of me simply as your guide, as someone that is going to remind you who you already are, and going to remind you of the connection it is that you already have with God. I want to share with you how I've used a journal. These are the different ways that I'm probably going to be expressing to you or teaching you or guiding you. There's a gazillion other ways, right? But these are certain ways that I've used, and there's more that are not even going to be included in this list. But this is just kind of a little bit of information as to what you should look forward to. So I've used my journal to help me reach my dreams, right? To help me reach certain dreams in my life, to help me not be scared to pursue new adventures. I've used my journal to work through my feelings and my emotions, to kind of help me work energy out of my body, to also help me from not being stuck and staying in one place. I've used my journal to talk to God, to pray to God. I've used my journal for gratitude, to say thank you. I've used my journal just to process at night and kind of clear my head before I go to bed. I've used this journal to just simply say hello to myself, gather my thoughts, and just kind of check in. I've used this journal to focus on what it is that I truly want, to help me veer back to where I need to be and to not go in a direction that is not really wanting me there, to stay in the direction that to where I know I need to be. And I've also used my journal to, in those moments where I've been extremely, extremely stuck, I have used my journal to really be a guiding tool to help bring me to the people in my life that are going to help take my hand and pull me out of being stuck. I want us to go ahead and do a journal prompt together, okay? And this is exciting if this is your first time journaling. If you don't have a journal right now, don't worry about it. Just take a piece of paper and a pen, and maybe you can add it to a journal that you buy later. Go ahead and pause the video, find yourself a quiet place, light a candle, put some music on that doesn't have any words on it. I really, really love music that doesn't have any words. I feel that it really helps calm you. It helps really kind of drop you down from your head to your heart. It helps you get to that deeper place, I guess that heart-centered place, and not this surfacey part. Because there's a lot of people that tell me, oh my God, I'm scared that I'm going to be graded, that there's going to be a teacher that's going to give me an A or an F, and that's absolutely not true, right? I'm going to start off with the question. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes with some images and some music to do the journaling here on video. Of course, you don't have to if you do not want to. And then I'll go ahead and give you your action step for the week. To get started, you're in your quiet area with your candle, with your music, and I just want you to take a couple deep breaths. I want you to write on the top of that paper, hi, I'm going to use my name. Hi, Brandis, how are you doing today? This is a great entryway point. Hi, Brandis, how are you doing today? Some possible prompts can be, I am happy because, I am sad because, I am hopeful because, I am content because, I am thankful because. Just write whatever's on your heart, whatever comes out. Feel your body, how are you feeling, what's going on? What's in your thought life? Be honest, be completely honest and real and genuine, and get that down on paper. And then I want you to do this about 2 times. After you've written a little bit, just write on the paper. Go deeper, Brandis. Go deeper, whatever your name is. Take a couple more deep breaths. See if you can get a little bit deeper. See if you can get a little more real with what it is that you're writing on that paper. Do that a third time. Go deeper, Brandis. Try to write more. How are you feeling? I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Be tears, there might be joy, there might be overwhelming emotion, there might be sadness, there might be depression. It's okay. This is a safe place for you on this piece of paper. I'm gonna go ahead and give you about 2 minutes to really focus in on this journal prompt, and I'll be right back with you. I want you to go ahead and write on your paper, thank you for doing this. You've given yourself a gift of time. You've given yourself some connection time to yourself, just like any relationship with your husband, with your kids, with your friends, with God. This is a relationship. I think when you're writing, you are connecting with God, you are connecting with yourself at the same time. Your action step for the week is to find time again, sometime this week. If you want to do it more, that's great. Anytime this week, find some time. Maybe go outside in nature, under a tree. Maybe sit at your kitchen table. Maybe go into your bedroom. Maybe you're gonna light a candle again. Maybe you're gonna play some music again. Maybe you're gonna do something completely different. But check in with yourself again and say, hi, Brandis, how are you doing today? That this is a great entryway and start and point for you to continue on your journal journey. Like this video, please give it a like, please subscribe, and stay tuned as I will be doing more of these in this journal series. I can't stress enough how important that connection to God and yourself, I believe, through journaling is going to be for you, and I really think that you're going to see and feel a wonderful impact of it. So thank you so very much for joining me. Take care, God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.